To just a little bit of a mixing session to let you know and sort of show you how everything works in terms of a mixing desk. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about me. So my name is Ben Sheppard. In 2011 I was head boy at Gŵyl. I left Gŵyl to go to uni to study broadcast journalism. Following that I ended up winning a couple of student radio awards and going to be on Capital FM in South Wales. I then moved from Capital FM South Wales to Capital North West and North Wales to do drive time, 4 till 7, and now I do Capital Breakfast across the North West and North Wales from 6 till 10 every weekday. So what I'm going to show you today is something a little bit different to what I do on a morning by morning basis. Radio DJing is very different to DJing out in a club, and that's what I'll be showing you today. In terms of a radio DJ, that's more like we kind of get an iTunes playlist, if you will, and then we just fill in everything around that in terms of songs and to make it sound all nice and fluffy. So we're going to show you some mixing today. So that's more like what you would get when you're a little bit older, some of you when you head out and about into the clubs and stuff like that. So first, I'm just going to show you kind of what makes up a song. That's the first thing we want to do today. So there are 3 parts that make up a song. You've got your highs, your mids, and your lows. You watch everybody now as I start playing music, everyone's going to be like, what the hell is going on over there? So, if I just start playing a song, you can hear that's quite a bassy song, there's a lot of bass in that. I can actually take that bass out if I so wish. I can also take the mids out as well, which is another part that makes up the song. And you're just left with the highs then, which I can also take out if you so wish, and then you're left with nothing. Bring the mids back in, bring the bass back in, and bring the highs back in. So what you're doing when you're looking for a mix to start with, now you understand that there are 3 parts to the song, is you need to understand a thing called BPM. Now BPM is beats per minute. A lot of you that listen to like hit music will be sitting around sort of 125 to 135 beats per minute. The 2 tracks that I've got loaded up at the moment are 122 beats per minute and 123 beats per minute. What we need to do is we need to match those beats. We need to make sure that both tunes are at 122 beats per minute. That way we can mix them together and it won't sound messy and it won't sound like disjointed. So what we'll do is once again we will bring in that record that I was just playing, and what we're going to do is we're going to loop a single 4-beat section. So you'll hear this bit that now begins to just start repeating, okay? As that repeats, we can then start bringing in the other records. So if you listen, the next records you'll start to hear in the background. So as we bring in that second record, the next thing is we want to be able to play that record up until the vocal of the track. That is essentially a very, very simple case of a mix. So as I was saying, in terms of making sure things are mixed, you need to make sure the first thing is that the beats per minute match. So that's the most important thing when it comes to mixing. And then you need to make sure that you're mixing with the right key. So some things may be different keys to other keys. And then you need to obviously judge the crowd, which is a massive thing. At this point, before I go on any further, I just want to see if anybody has got any questions about this, any questions about radio, media, anything at all about getting into radio or getting into media or anything like that. I thought that might be quite a good thing to do. No. Over there? I think we got someone with a microphone. Just over there.
Right.
Hey buddy, you okay?
Yeah, man, how are you?
Yeah, I'm well, thank you, buddy. Well, thank you.
Right, I'm just wondering what control surface are you using up there?
What control service?
Surface, yeah.
So my controller is a tractor controller, and I use tractor off the back of that as well. So that's a very good question. In terms of if you are DJing out in a nightclub, a lot of the time you'll have big CDJs. CDJs are basically the big controllers that you'll see in lots of photos of DJs doing stuff. They're the big ones that you'll see at clubs. But because I'm here today, I thought it'd be easier just to carry this. I didn't want to have to lug everything around. But I find this very easy. There's plenty of other software called Serato as well, which I don't know if you know, also virtual DJ as well. If anyone does want to DJ, if anyone thinks about DJing, then virtual DJ is a very good piece of software to start with that you can get at home relatively cheaply as well. Anyone else about anything else? If anybody's got any questions, sort of radio specific as well, I'm more than happy to answer anything about radio and anything like that too. If not, I will crack on. Okay, so I think we're actually going to have a few of you have a go in a little bit at having a bit of a mix from a few of the bits that we have just talked about. So the simple stuff like looping, matching beats, and then taking out lows, mids, and highs. So if anyone would like to have a little go, we will do that shortly. I'm just going to show you another example of essentially what I just did before. So you've got the tune with the introduction on. And what we want to now do is loop that beat. So here this goes. Now this record is a little bit quicker. So what we're going to do to start with is we're going to go to the end of another record, and then I will bring that tune in for you. So, I'm sure a lot of you know this one. Clean Bandit and Zara Larsson.
And I'm dancing on to your heartbeat. And when you're gone, it's incomplete. So if you want the drum.
Okay, so as this song finishes, you're thinking about what tune you're going to bring in next, what tune you want to bring in next. Now you want to bring something in with a beat, something that's going to hopefully, obviously, if you're DJing in something like a club situation, you want to keep up. So I've looped Bruno Mars and That's What I Like, and you'll begin to hear that as I bring it in, as the bass in the background. You can hear that bass in the background. And then as this song finishes, I'll exit the loop, and the next one will kick in. So essentially that's what you're doing. You are mixing out one bit and mixing in the other bit. And that's pretty much the premise of mixing, to be perfectly honest. So what I thought we'd do is if anyone is keen, we could get someone up on stage and I could give someone a bit of a go and try and teach them how to do a little bit of mixing with a couple of easy records. So, yeah? What's your name? Theon. Theon, where are you from? Tregaron. Okay. So, I'll get you a couple of fairly easy records to mix, and then we're going to start with that. But you didn't think you'd be doing this today, did you? Okay. So, as you can see, this here is this side, okay? So that's essentially your CD player. If you press play on that, it's going to begin playing that. Okay? So what we need to do is I'm going to let you go on, shimmy over, shimmy over, shimmy over. You look terrified. It's fine. It's okay, honestly. Okay, so we're going to put this song, turn the music louder, at the end here, okay? What we're going to do is going to move it to the end here. Now, before I let you try and mix this in, we need to start playing the other record. So can you remember what I showed you to do a minute ago? Just press play. There you go, there's the power, there's the power. Okay, now we need to do a loop. So to do a loop, we need to count 4 beats. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah? I'm gonna start the record again, and you need to click it on the first beat, in, and then click out on the second beat, and hopefully we'll create a loop that matches that 4 beats. Does that make sense? Okay, so play again, and then when you're ready, find your beat, in. So that's a little bit short, so you've got a 2, but that does work, so you can extend that by just turning this. There you go. So there's a 4-beat loop, okay? So you've done that, good work. So now that 4-beat loop is working, we need to set it back. So if you press Q, that now sets that up, that's your 4-beat loop. If you bring this record back down to, so what we're going to do is we're going to start playing this song from close to the end. Okay, so this is the song that you're playing, and what you're going to do is you're going to bring in your 4-beat loop, okay? So when you hear a beat, so same thing, count the beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you hit 1, then what I want you to do is we're going to bring this down, I want you to hit play on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, that looks good. So now what you're going to do is we're going to begin bringing this in. So start sliding this one up. And as you can hear, it matches, pretty much. Okay, if you continue sliding it up now. Yeah, and then click this one. Press. There you go, you've mixed out of one record and into the other records, pretty much. You'll be nicking my job soon. How was that? Yeah? Confusing or make sense? Confusing. You were very good, well done. Let's give her a big round of applause. So as I said previously, this is very, very different to sort of my day job, which is radio. My day job entails more of a playlist environment. So if you listen to Radio 1, we're direct competition to Radio 1 in Northwest and North Wales. Just a bit about radio. Every week, my breakfast show gets around 110,000 listeners. So that's every week, and obviously we get to do the cool interviews and cool festival stuff and things like that. I know sometimes these things you get a bit worried and a bit scared to ask questions and things like that. I've been in the same place, I've been in the environment. So if you do want to find me afterwards, my Twitter is @Ben Sheppard. I got a little blue tick, so if you want to find me and ask me any questions, you can just send me a tweet and I'll make sure that I get back to you. And also Instagram is @BenSheppard93. Same thing, if you want to find me, if you have a question from today, if you have a question about getting into media, if you have a question about getting into radio specifically, or TV, or anything like that, you are more than welcome to approach me on social and I will get back to you. For now, does anybody have any questions that they would like an answer to in terms of how to get into media, what courses to do at uni, what options to take, anything like that? No? Okay, well, what we'll do is we'll get one more person up on, and we'll give one more person a mix, and then we will call it a day at that. Who are we having? Who do we want? Come on now. Okay, what's your name? Mia. Okay, Mia. Who's your favourite artist? Okay. Another one? Another one? Pop artist? Okay. We'll just grab some random stuff. That's an old school banger. I was not expecting you to say that. Okay, so what we're going to do It's got a different record here, okay? This is a big dance remix of Camila, Cabello and Havana. And we're going to do Calvin Harris and One Kiss. Okay, so, again, what we're going to do is we're going to find a loop on this first track. So this side corresponds to this side corresponds to this side, yeah? So all you need to do is press play, and we'll get into the records. Okay, now the next thing to do is find that loop we were talking about. Now you do that by, you've got your in and your out points, okay? So we're counting 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so whenever you're ready, and you're ready to hit that 4 beats, hit in on the first beat, go back to the start, hit in on the first beat, and then hit out on the second beat, and we'll see if we can find a loop. Right, go, now, 3, 4. I think you've just clicked in again, so we need to click in. The first beat we need to click in, and then the second beat we need to click out, okay? I'm just going to reload that for you. Okay, so we're playing. So when you're ready, to click it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. So there's your loop. So you've now got your loop. You see that 4-beat loop that's there. And what we're going to do is we're going to drop this down now so no one can hear that. And we're going to start on the back of another record. So this is Calvin Harris and One Kiss. Okay, so what I need you to do is when you can hear that 4 beat, so you can hear the 4 here as well, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you think you can hear that, I need you to press play on that other record. On that record, yeah. So count your 4. Not quite. Let's go once more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you're clicking on 1. 2, no. Play, but on your beat. So it's your beats 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. So not on 4. Not on 4 or 1. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Play. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Play. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now if you start to slowly bring this channel in. Start slowly sliding that up. Slowly. Keep going. A little bit off, but you're nearly there. You're nearly there. There you go. Okay. And now if you just click that, press that one down. There you go. You've mixed out of one and into the other. Pretty much. That was very good. Very good. Round of applause. Okay, so let's just see how much time we've got left. Okay, so we have got time if somebody else would like to have a go up here. I feel like we should have a lad because we haven't had a lad yet. Do you want to come up, buddy? Okay. So, same thing. We're going to do a simple 4-beat loop into a mix. Any specific favourite artist, hit music artist? What, oh dear, he's got a bad musical taste, is he? What are you going to say? Okay, no Slipknot up here today. We are, let's go with, seeing you love metal, we'll go with Ariana Grande, yeah? And we'll come out of Marine Alarm. Okay, so same thing. We're going to come out of a record and into a record, okay? So this is your tune, okay? So we need to find your 4-beat loop. Now to do that again, what you're doing is you're in and out. So you're counting that 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah, got it? So, whenever you're ready, you can hit your in point and then hit your out point. So, in, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah. So there's your, just go back to the start. Ready? Pressure. Pressure. Okay, Okay, so you've gone a little bit long. That's more like a 6-beat loop, but I can fix that for you. There you go. Right, so that's your 4-beat loop, okay? So again, what we're going to do is now, if we fade that track down, so your faders are there, yeah? Pull that down to the bottom. It'll go silent, don't worry, it's fine. Obviously, you don't want to do this if you're actually doing it. And then we're going to bring in this second track here. So this is the back end of Anne-Marie and Alarm, okay? So we're going to come out the back of this. Skip. So, again, we're doing the same thing. We're going to skip forwards, and we're going to count the 4 beats. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to grab these to make sure you're... Okay, so when you're ready, if you hit the... I'm going to cue that up. So if you click cue on that, that'll bring this mix back to the start. And then whenever you're ready to hit that 4-beat loop. Yeah. Try it once more, so hit cue. Okay, whenever you're ready, bring in that 4-beat loop. Yeah. And now you can begin fading that one track up. Leave that other one up as well. There you go, just leave them both run for a second. And then whenever you're ready, you can click down on that. Click down on that. And there you go, bringing in the other records. I think that was the best one yet. Give him a round of applause. That was very good. That was very, very good. Good work. So again, I will say, if anybody's got any questions after the fact about radio, about TV, about getting into the media, then all you need to do is go to Twitter. I'm at Ben Sheppard on Twitter. Got a little blue tick. You go there and just tweet me a question, and I'll more than happily get back to you. And the same on Instagram, at Ben Sheppard 93. Okay, cool. So, same thing. This is your place. You go here. Okay. So we're gonna do. Have you got any specific favourite artists? Anybody? Good. That's what I like. What's your name? Macy. Nice to meet you. Okay. Oh God, you got a hype crew already. I like it. Okay, so we're gonna come out of. Let's find a tune for you. Okay, so that's a nice one to use. So again, we're looking at the beats per minute here. So 126 beats per minute. This record. So this is more like a middle of the night kind of song. And we're going to find another tune for you to go into, Post Malone and Better Now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come out of Post Malone and Better Now, and we're going to go into Drake and Passion Fruit. Again, if you click play on the left-hand side, yeah, so this is Drake and Passion Fruit. We're going to find that 4-beat loop, and then we're going to add it into Post Malone and Better Now at the end of that record as you were kind of mixing in a club situation, okay? So you'll hear the vocal come in now. So we're going to try and hit that vocal perfect this time. It's the last one, so we're going to try and do it perfectly, okay? So go back to the start. Right, first thing we need to do is we need to find that 4-beat loop. So whenever you're ready, I need you to press play to start the record, and then an in and out point. So that 4-beat loop where 1, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, out, yeah? To find that 4-beat loop. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'll go over it. So we're playing the records. So there's the records. And we find that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's your 4-beat loop then, yes? We've got that dun, 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 dun. And that's just going to keep repeating over and over again. I'm going to make it, you do it yourself, because you're not having it that easy. Okay, so we're going to, let me just load that back in for you. Okay, so whenever you're ready, take your time. Yeah, that's, you can put your in point and out. Okay. It's a little bit long, but we can shorten that. So if you twist, yeah, if you twist this one to the left, there you go, that shortens it from an 8 to a 4-beat loop, okay? So there's your 4-beat loop. Now, because we want it to land right on the vocal, what I now need you to do is move that loop 2 bars down. Now, no one else has done this, so you're the first person to do this. So you need to move that loop, which will cut, the vocal comes in the next 2 bars, down 2 bars. To do that, other one, this one, you need to turn to the right. So that's 1 bar, there you go, okay. Back one. There you go, cool. So, now we got that, we're gonna match in the other records, and then we'll bring back in Drake, and hopefully hit that lyric, yeah? That's the plan. So if you click Q on this now, there you go, so that takes that loop back to the start. We'll take this song to the end. Okay, so what I need you to do is whenever you're ready, whenever you count that 4-beat loop, I need you to click play whenever you think it's the right time to click play. Not quite. Okay, ready? It's all right, don't worry. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Perfect. Okay, so now I need you to bring this in. Yeah, slide that up. Keep going, slide it up a little bit quicker. Keep going. There's Drake coming in there. And whenever you're ready now, click down on this one. Down on this one. Down on it. There you go. Good, happy? Well done, big round of applause. Woo! I think that was the biggest round of applause you've had yet. All right, guys, so that's kind of like the stable and the very basics of if you ever want to do DJing or give DJing a go. One very good thing about it is people sometimes think that it's very expensive to get into and things like that. It's not. This whole setup, minus the laptop, this was about £250, and then the program came with the thing. So if you're thinking about instruments that you can learn at home, something that you can do in your bedroom, your mum or dad might not be very happy because it can get quite loud, but it's the sort of thing that you can learn by yourself, and you can teach yourself through YouTube tutorials and things like that. So it's a very good thing to do. It's a very good skill to have, and something that people will always draw on if you're at a party or whatever. For the last time, if you do want to get in contact about anything media related, you're more than welcome to go on Twitter. At Ben Sheppard is my Twitter handle. I've got a little blue tick, so just send me a DM or a message. And then Instagram is at Ben Sheppard93 as well. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a brilliant rest of the day. Cheers, guys.